Good evening, parents, grandparents, distinguished and honored guests, teachers, staff, but most importantly, the graduates of the class of 2020. Tonight will be the 150th graduating class from St. Paul Central High School. As senior class advisor, I hope that tonight somewhat fulfills a vision of what you had for your graduate for the last 12 or 13 years. So sit back, get comfortable. We hope that we have provided to you a ceremony that befits the honor and respect of your graduate. Please welcome our very own Megan Hunt. She will be singing tonight the national anthem. Megan will be attending North Park University in Chicago, Illinois this fall.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I am happy to introduce Dr. George Nolan for our principal's welcome. Dr. Nolan stepped into a particularly difficult situation last year in taking over for a very beloved principal. He has kept us all intact and prepared us for our future with a new principal next year. We thank you, Dr. Nolan, for your service.
Dear Central Senior Class of 2020, I want to take this time to recognize the hurdles you have encountered at the end of your school year and acknowledge your resourcefulness and your stick-to-itiveness to making sure you finish strong. With that being said, I want to recognize the leadership and welcoming environment I walked into this year as an interim principal at Central. Following a great leader who has been in the mainstay of a school community was somewhat scary yet exciting. The remarkable high expectations of following Principal McBee, along with developing those valuable relationships with my soon-to-be senior class, was very important to me. The first day I introduced myself to the class of 2020, you showed me love and support. From the interactions I had with you, I noticed a sense of pride about Central, understanding of the moment of having a new principal, and the acceptance that I was the new leader in front of you. I remember the conversations and questions about who I was and what I was about. The adjustment of Central was made easier because of you. In my time as an educator, I have not met a group as remarkable as this class. Your leadership at Central has been remarkable. The kindness you have shown, the commitment to being elite, the commitment to each other and your school community has been one of the highlights for me. Not one day went by I didn't see a smile, a laugh, a high five, a fist bump. Your spirit was evident, and the relationships you had with each other and with our staff and administrators were impressive. We realize as a staff the dramatic change that occurred this spring. The impact on your families and community we understand. The resourcefulness you all have showed really speaks to the love you have for your families, school, and your classmates. As you start to chart your future and organize yourselves around the current situation we live in, I truly believe this is the time we rely on our young people to help lead the way in creating purpose, value in each other, and supporting the greater good. You will soon be the gatekeepers for our environment, the way we treat each other, and the way we approach our lives. It would be your responsibility to bring all of us together for the common good. The last thing I would like to share with you, you have the power. The great Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Congratulations, class of 2020, Central Senior High. Thank you.
Please welcome a talented group of performers this evening. This compilation of seniors and juniors have spent many hours in preparation and hope to delight your ears as well as your heart. Thank you in advance, seniors and juniors, for your powerful, poignant portrayal of Lonesome Road.
Walk down that lonesome road, all by yourself. Don't turn your head back over your shoulder, and only stop to rest yourself when the silver moon is shining high above the trees. If I had stopped to listen once or twice, if I had closed my mouth and opened my eyes, if I had cooled my head and warmed my heart, I'd not be on this road tonight. Carry on, never mind feeling sorry for yourself. It doesn't save you from your troubled mind. Walk down that lonesome road, all by yourself. Don't turn your head back over your shoulder, and only stop to rest yourself when the silver moon is shining high above the trees.
Please welcome Chantel Allen, Director of your St. Paul School Board. Chantel joined the board in January of 2020, but her journey in St. Paul started much before that. She attended St. Paul Public Schools, graduating from our very own St. Paul Central High School. Miss Allen has been an integral part of this community over her years as a program coordinator with community education, a teaching assistant. She's an amazing mom of another Central graduate, and now taking her rightful place on the school board. It has been my honor to know her along her path in St. Paul. So please welcome Chantel Allen, Director of your St. Paul School Board.
I am proud to bring you congratulations from the Board of Education. This is a strange time for everybody, and I am with you in wishing we are celebrating in person. I'm here to congratulate you, of course, but I'm also here to provide you with some of the context of your achievement. There are 349 students in this year's Central High School graduating class. Among you, there are 22 full International Baccalaureate diploma candidates, over 90 students who have received bilingual seals and world language proficiency certificates, 3 National Merit Scholars, 14 Commended Scholars, and more than 60 students who are working in dual enrollment programs and earning college credits. 303 of those are going on to college. The schools that you will attend are St. Paul College, University of Minnesota, Luther College, Carleton College, Anoka Ramsey, University of Pennsylvania, Dartmouth College, and Howard University. 4 of you will be entering into the military, and still others will be taking life very much as it comes. Who knows where we'll be in another 3 months? There's only one thing we can count on, and in those words of the great Sam Cooke, a change is gonna come. Many of you have spent at least 13 years in our St. Paul Public Schools, some of you directly in my classes. You know I believe you are the generation for change. I say to you all and to your families, thank you. And I thank you to those who have joined us at some point along the way. It has been an honor and a privilege to spend the time with you, and I hope you've had many happy memories. My further hope for you, each of you, is that your time in our schools has prepared you for whatever comes next. That you will be flexible, adaptable, and curious, and fearless. Well, not too fearless. We all have to be cautious, at least until the vaccine comes out. Listen, we don't know how this will end, but we do know that we will persevere. As the great Dr. King said, you write your life's blueprint. And with your smarts and your drive and your curiosity, your goodness, all of which I hope you have developed in our schools, you can help decide how this world is going to look and how we get through this. You're in this space to fulfill your personal purpose. Bring it. Bring your passion for equity and your dedication for justice with you out into the wider world. Use them to make it a better place. Don't forget where you came from, and don't be afraid to go someplace now. Keep your heart warm and your head high. Dedicate yourself to the truth. Don't just believe in science, advance it. Don't just talk about what's right, live it. Dr. King also said, you have the responsibility to make this nation a better nation for all. We are so proud of you, graduates. Now get out there and make us even prouder.
Please welcome Dr. Joe Gothard. Dr. Gothard has devoted innumerable hours to student education as well as his own education. Dr. Gothard has learned through steadfast determination, investing not only his mind but his heart, that education takes a village. St. Paul is that village, one that he is growing, molding, and shaping every day of his tenure as our superintendent. Please welcome Dr. Joe Gothard.
Greetings, Central Senior High School graduates class of 2020. I'm Joe Gothard, Superintendent of St. Paul Public Schools. What I just said, greetings class of 2020, has been said and heard ad nauseum over the past several weeks. There have been many before you, too many to count. I'm sure in the chronicles of history, there have been spring commencements following or coinciding with prolific national or world events. In the last 100 years, none have come close to the class of 2020, and I hope that none ever do again. I speak to you with such sadness today. On these graduation celebrations that over my long career in education have always filled my heart. Well, my heart is full for you, your families, and your friends. I want to thank our incredible educators, leaders, and staff for giving their best efforts to each of you and our entire community during Governor Walz's executive order to create and implement a distant learning experience for Minnesota students. I must also express my deepest sorrow for those who have suffered from COVID-19, the sick and deceased, those who have lost jobs or find themselves stuck in a sea of uncertainty. I'm so very sorry. The origin of the word community goes back centuries, and in some of my brief research, the common people was a theme. When we think of community, we may think of our schools, our neighborhoods, or any other descriptor we use to define a common place. Class of 2020, you are far from common. You are unique, special, and strong. You possess talents in music, mathematics, ultimate frisbee, drawing, economics, languages from around the world, running, and so much more. You are amazing sons, daughters, sisters and brothers, nieces and nephews, cousins and neighbors. Class of 2020, you're somebody's best friend, maybe even more than just one. Frogtown, Highland, East Side, North End, Rondo, West Side, Mac Groveland, Summit U, Hamlin Midway are just some of the neighborhoods you live in and represent. All common, as in St. Paul, Minnesota, but each with their own histories, stories, culture, and pride. Class of 2020, you are part of a larger community of graduates across the country who were abruptly halted from your sprint to the graduation finish line. Our school closures forced each of you to face what was previously unheard of on a scale of this magnitude. Distance learning, asynchronous and synchronous instruction, Google Meet, Zoom, video chat, virtual graduation, all long-standing words or actions, but not part of our everyday high school vernacular. In those middle of March days, there were 3 things that immediately came to my mind. 1, I have to do everything I can to help and support our teachers and staff. 2, our families need SPPS now more than ever. And 3, I am not going to allow this global pandemic cause undue harm on any SPPS student, and especially the class of 2020. The culmination of your individual journeys has not been easy. You've missed some school and senior activities that you and your families have looked forward to. You've worked extremely hard to earn the ability to be a musical lead, starting shortstop, begin a new club, or debate like your heart's on fire. Senior year is to focus on the next steps of your journey, not to wish away the agony thrust on our community. Ending the final 14 weeks of your senior year of high school will always be what you have in common with your school and SPPS classmates. It will forever be one community you are part of. I wish you tremendous success in your futures. Likely, questions remain about summer and fall. I know you will continue to persevere, keep focused on your dreams and goals, and you will commit to success. I, along with our Board of Education, 6,000 SPPS staff, and our entire community believe in you. Congratulations, Class of 2020.
Please welcome Dr. Efe Agbamu. Dr. Agbamu joined St. Paul Public Schools in August of 2011. She has overseen many programs for St. Paul Public Schools, each program better for having had her in charge. Dr. Agbamu's passion for education is inspiring. She leads by example and creates an atmosphere of purposeful, intelligent thought that St. Paul Public Schools has benefited from. Please welcome Dr. Efe Agbamu.
Hello, my name is Efe Agbamu, Assistant Superintendent with the St. Paul Public Schools. It is true that this is not what any of you imagined when you started high school 4 years ago. It was unimaginable even a few months earlier. How is it possible the world could change so much in such a short period of time? But it has, and we have, and the circumstances compel us to gather this way today, celebrating the end of your K-12 journey on a device. I had hopes that we will gather together in a vast auditorium, cheering and yelling and laughing and applauding as we have in years past. If you feel like, go right ahead. Do all of that or any of that right where you are. Laugh, applaud, yell, cheer one another. It's okay. We do need to acknowledge the losses, large and small, of the present time. Some of us have lost friends and family members. All of us have lost the pomp and circumstance of this major life milestone. And frankly, that stinks. Let me just put it out there. This coronavirus stinks. Dr. Nolan, colleagues, families, and of course, graduate of the Central Senior High School class of 2020. Congratulations to you all. Move on and make this world a better place. You are all from different backgrounds. You've had different lived experiences, dreams, and aspirations. Today you are moving on and out into a very different world. Yes, very different. You have made plans for next step. Perhaps attending college, 2 or 4 year, entering trade or certificate school, starting a business, or enlisting in the military. They are all good adventures and unlimited opportunities of you. Their nature and timing could be a little different, but make the best of it. Achieve the greatness that you are born to be. Stay open to the good in this world. And when all of COVID-19 is done, when it is over, the world will change for the better. And you are well prepared to be part of that change and a better world. Again, congratulations to all of you in the class of 2020. I wish you the best today and always. Thank you.
Music is a powerful way of communicating. It can express the joy, sorrow, love, and fear of growing up. Central has an amazing group of talented students who have studied and learned how to pass along true feeling through their music. Please welcome Central Mixed Voices, Chamber Singers, Central SA and TB Voices. They are led by Miss Martha Graber, who is a 20-year veteran of St. Paul Public Schools.
Rejoicing
Please welcome Cassie DeVries, who has been selected to be our student speaker for the class of 2020. Cassie will be attending Gustavus Adolphus in the fall to study economics.
Hello, my name is Cassie DeVries, and I've been dreaming about giving this speech since I was in 8th grade. I never thought I'd be in my living room when I did. In fact, I'd been hoping to tell you a sweet story about my Grandpa Lloyd, who makes up words like schnorkel and eats eggs for every meal, and then tell you the fluffy BS about how awesome we are. But that speech was scrapped 2 months ago. Now I'm at home in my cap and my gown, not getting to graduate at the Roy Wilkham Auditorium to tell you this. We have to make the best of the situation. It's a hard situation to try to make better. People try to convince us that this will bring us closer together. But they're wrong. We share something, a common denominator that will be on our minds for the rest of our lives. But we weren't brought closer together because of it. Walking the halls shouting 2020 would have brought us closer together. Or dancing with each other at our senior prom would have brought us closer together. But this, looking at an image of a fellow classmate giving their graduation speech on a screen, this isn't bringing us closer together. So since I can't ask you to do that, I do hope I can ask you to listen, to not change tabs or mute me because suddenly that's something you can do at graduation, and instead listen to me tell you that even though we're not sitting in rows of folding chairs dying from the heat of our caps and gowns, that we'll make it. We haven't made it yet. I can't honestly say we are the class that made it because we didn't have a choice to cross the finish line. The finish line was brought to us. It's not like we could have done anything. It's not like we didn't try hard enough or we forgot to knock on wood when we complained and said, I hope we don't go back to school. We're here watching this right now because of a world that's out of our hands. Right now, none of us are in control. Each one of us is spinning out, hoping to find something to orbit, but until then, we're just a few hundred lost planets. But even planets can find themselves. You might be filled with a lot of emotions, anger and apathy and sadness. We missed out on a lot of great things. Don't get me wrong, things we would have gone to and complained about not being cool enough. But each one of us is wishing we had the chance to at least try. Because you might not like bowling, you might think senior prom is dumb, but at least you would have had those memories. Or the memories of going to brunch after grad rehearsal with your friends surrounding you as you know to hold on to those last few moments before we all part ways. But we didn't get that chance, and I hate that I have to say that. What we do have, though, is a chance that no one has had in generations. One day, hopefully soon, we're going to get to demand to be listened to. Because the world is changing, and each one of us has the possibility to be a part of that change. I know each of you are passionate. I've seen it over the past 4 years. You may be passionate about school or activism or something else completely, but your passion burns behind your eyes, and everyone can see it. So let's work with that. People already are. I've seen them band together, using what we can right now to educate others. Information is being spread across platforms, and stories of safety and community are taking form. The common denominator for a class isn't a global pandemic ruined everything. It's we're taking a stand and you can't stop us. My fellow graduates of the class of 2020, we may not have made it here as the past 153 graduating classes of Central have, but that doesn't mean we can't make a difference in the world because of it. This probably wasn't the best year of your life, but it's my honor and my privilege to tell you that the best is still to come, and you're going to be great when it does.
Please welcome Mr. Matthew Oyen and a talented group of musicians. They have a special treat for you tonight that has taken many hours to compile, combining instruments of sound and instruments of technology. This treat will make sure that Central is in the center of your heart.
We the students have the spirit that will never let you drop. Onward Central, we're so proud of you. We're gonna fight for Central, fight, we're gonna see you through.
Tonight, I am honored to be giving the keynote address after 30 years at Central High School. It's time to walk out the door with this group of seniors. I've worn many hats in my tenure, hosting prom, graduation, chairing the math department, and also co-chair of the Sunshine Committee. Yep, that's me, Mrs. Sunshine. There's no one so lucky in the world as to someone who loves their job as much as I do. Thus, I know that you do not want a long speech, so I only want to share a few things. Over the last few days, it has become ever so clear that you must be heard. You must stand for your conscience and lead. You must instill in others the feeling of community, respect, and the right to live. Live no matter the color of your skin, the gender you affiliate with, or the mate you choose to live your life with. Live with the passion that burns within you. It is in your eyes, in your heart, and in your mind. It is there within you, and you need to use it. Live with service to your community and service to your family. Live as a leader. Make and secure change. Build up the people around you, thus building up yourself. I have grown, changed, and become better each year with my students. I challenge you to refresh each year, to make change, to make a life that makes a difference. Thus, I say my goodbye. Goodbye, my Central family. Good luck, graduates, class of 2020. Go forward and be amazing. Thank you.
Director Steve Marchese, it's my pleasure to present to you the Central High School class of 2020. As administrator of Central High School, I affirm to you that each student who receives his or her diploma tonight has met or exceeded the requirements for a high school diploma, as determined by the State of Minnesota Board of Education, the St. Paul Public School Board, and Central High School. May I present the St. Paul Public Schools Central High School graduating class of 2020.
To the Central High School class of 2020. By the power vested in me by the state of Minnesota and by the Board of Education of Independent School District number 625, I hereby confer upon each of you the high school diploma with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, class of 2020. Parents, grandparents, distinguished and honored guests, teachers, and staff. This concludes the graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. Have a glorious evening.